We've discussed the Barbarian, the Monk, and the Demon Hunter, but today I'm giving you guys an in-depth look at the Wizard in Diablo Immortal. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and I am really excited to bring you guys this Wizard gameplay from Diablo Immortal. Now, like I said, we've looked at a few of the other heroes inside of the game in previous videos. They'll all be linked down below if you want to check them out. But we were not able to grab the Wizard from the 2019 BlizzCon footage. It seems that it just wasn't there. There was no footage anywhere of it. So I tracked some back to Bahira's channel right here from the 2018 Diablo Immortal Blizzard release. And, well, not release, I guess announcement. And that's where the footage that we're looking at here today comes from. Some things may be different from what is going to actually be in the game because we're talking about a year later. Like this, the skill box and all of these skills being shown in this fashion. I did not see this in the build from the 2019 version, but it does give you some ideas of the skills that you're going to get from the Wizard, which is pretty darn exciting. Electrocute, Meteor, Lightning Nova, Cold Wind, and Teleport. Pretty nice stuff, and again, they could be interchanged just as we saw with some of the other characters that we saw in those previous videos. Now, all this footage is from Bahira's channel. I'll be linking that down below, and something that you may instantly notice is that the map that we're on, the level that we're fighting in right here with this Wizard, is different from what you guys saw with all the other characters that I showed in the previous videos. I'm going to show you guys the control scheme in a few moments because I am covering it right now, but first, looking at right now is some really nice gameplay footage, some that you may not have seen before of this Wizard. I know many of you guys are fans of the ranged attack and you wanted to see something besides the Demon Hunter. Well, today we got that for you right here. But guys, remember, if you like Diablo Immortal and want to see more of this stuff happening as soon as the game releases, I'll be having daily videos for you right here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. And to be honest with you, the gameplay footage that we're seeing right now, I really do enjoy because it's not the same level that we continuously see from all of the more recent footage. So yes, things are going to have changed. I believe that graphics are even enhanced a little bit more on the newer builds than the one that we're watching right here, but we're getting the general gist of what the Wizard is going to play like inside of Diablo Immortal. Like I've said in my other videos, if you're curious about when it's going to release, you can check out this video because I discussed that topic right there, so go have a look. I don't need to get in depth about that right now. I like the loading screen that we had going from one section of the game to another. And what I should do right now is I should probably get myself out of the screen so we can discuss the controls. As you can see right now, you have the regular attack button and you also have those 3 or 4 skill buttons. On top of that, you're going to have the health button as well. One thing that I am not noticing is the super bar that surrounds the attack button that we saw in the previous videos. Remember, in those videos, the attack bar would be filling up, and once it was completely full, you would see a super, and that was surrounding that attack button, the main attack button. There also does not seem to be any skill up bar on the bottom of the screen that we saw in those previous videos either. But it's okay. This is a year older build. They hadn't put all that together yet, but we do know it's implemented into the game right now. But again, today's video is not to be talking about the different controls and how the control system is set up, because this is a 1.5 year old footage. And if you haven't seen it before, well, here's your first look. If you have, at least we could discuss it a little bit. But again, they've made some changes, they've fixed things up, and they made it more of a full experience for the gamer to get that full Diablo feel in a compact space. It's got to be difficult to take Diablo as a game as a whole and to fit it all into a mobile device where everything is available but not cluttered up, where it just feels like everything is just too congested. So I'm curious on this older footage that we're looking at right here, when or if we're going to see a super come out of this Wizard. I also would love to see the in-depth screens showing some of the skills, showing some of the gear areas of the game, but I do not think, or I'm not sure if that's going to be in here at all. But we can watch different battles progress right here. And what I think you guys should do is you should probably head on over to one of the other videos of the other classes that we talked about and compare those videos to these videos. did the game actually change? And I actually put a video out on that as well, showing the difference between Diablo Immortal and Diablo 3, where I showed some footage from Diablo Immortal 2018 as well. So we kind of did some comparisons there. Here we go again with the skill box, and it looks like that's how they have the skills shown right now. Doesn't look like it was in depth as we have today, with the abilities to upgrade your skills, to move them around, and to choose the skills that you want to use. But I do like the visuals that we have watching this wizard do some damage. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the wizard is a female. Now, I believe, I'm pretty sure in the game, you could choose the gender, either male or female, only 2 choices of gender here, and you could choose that when you're starting up the game. Now we have some different enemies. We have the demon and the priestess as well. Looks like the battles are a little bit more difficult here in this build, and I'm not sure if this was a further along in the game area, or if it is just on a higher difficulty, or if the difficulty has been changed for the game. Remember, in the previous footage, we would be rowing up to the land in our boat and getting on the initial phase of the game. This is not the case. It looks like we are deeper inside of the game and facing harder enemies that are doing more damage to us. Now we're just going to sit here and watch some of this battle commence, as well as kind of look at the environments and see what the game has to offer. Now I want you guys to let me know down below, comment down below please, and let me know if you have seen this footage before. Is this brand new footage for you, even though it's from 2018, or is it new footage for you? Now this was released, this footage right here was released when Diablo Immortal was announced the first time. Now we've also discussed on this channel that we feel, and I feel that Blizzard thinks that they went too early with that announcement, that they probably wanted something to announce there and they didn't have Diablo 4 ready, so they said, you know what, let's let everyone know that we're having a mobile game. That's when Diablo Immortal was announced. Probably too early, because it's a year and a half later and we still don't have the game. They probably should have kept that a little bit of a secret for another year, but they probably wanted to have some type of a Diablo announcement, and that was a decision they made. That's a decision they have to live with right now. But it did bring the hype to many players, especially mobile gamers like myself, who are now really excited about Immortal. Yes, I have a ton of patience and I have a lot of creativity trying to make content for a game that's not yet out. But when it's out, like I said, daily videos breaking down classes, skills, equipment, levels, and just how to enjoy the game to the fullest. You're gonna have every single guide under the sun on this channel. So again, make sure you subscribe, guys. And there's other places you could find me, such as Instagram, if you want to come through. All of the socials and all that, they're all linked down below if you guys have any interest. Now look at this wizard go ham on those enemies, picking up all of those weapon gear sets and stuff that they're dropping as well, and going through an area where there are a lot of enemies. Look at these beasts. We have the bog maggot, the bog lurker, the swarm screeching bat, bog toad, a lot of enemies. And the wizard, she's right up in there right now. Now remember, this is a Bahira, a streamer that was there at 2018, so he was probably playing this for the first time himself and really trying to get a feel of how the game was played and the mechanics of it, especially because he's probably not a mobile gamer. He's probably a Diablo 3 kind of guy, so he may not be as familiar with the controls had on a mobile game such as this, where myself, I'm a mobile gamer. I could pick up this game, and so can you, because you are a mobile gamer as well. I know it. You could pick up this game and just jump right in, because the control scheme is one that we really do know and are familiar with from other games of the same genre. Again, something that they did well is that they didn't try and reinvent the wheel. They went with control schemes that work, that people are familiar with, so we can dive right into the game. Could you imagine if, like, let's say Xbox or PlayStation, every single game you get comes with a different controller and you have to figure out how to use a different controller with a different game? That would be pretty darn annoying. So I like that they went with the controller set that works for this genre, and they just improved on a little bit, added a few things here and there, but overall it's the same thing that we've seen in the past that we're comfortable with, so we can jump right into the game and enjoy it. Now, I wish I knew what the skills were that are being used as they're being used, but again, I haven't played the game enough to know the names of the skills along with the looks of the skills. I just can't wait. I can't wait until I know everything about this game and can just share it all with you guys. So My question that I have for you in all of these videos, like I said, we've seen the Barbarian, we've seen the Monk, we've seen the Demon Hunter, and now you are seeing the Wizard. Which one are you most excited about? Which one of these four will you decide to play when the game comes out? Or are you going to go with the Necromancer or maybe the Crusader? What's your choice of classes when you first play the game? Now, there's probably going to be seasons of some sort inside of this game, so I'm sure you're going to be playing multiple different characters and heroes along the way, but which is going to be your first? I like the Wizard very much, but I think that the Monk may be my first choice just because it's a character that I really haven't spent much time playing at all, and it does look really cool. Now we're getting into another loading screen, and I did not see any loading screens on the newer build of the game either, so that's something else that's worth noting. Another one, okay, so when you hit a button, it shows you on cooldown, showing that that skill is not ready to be used. Each of the buttons has a number counting down, letting you know when you're going to be able to use it yet again. And that's pretty standard from what we saw at BlizzCon 2019 from those controls as well. Running up the stairway, looks like we got some demons along the way and some nice skills that are being slammed down from the skies as these demons attempt to beat down on the Wizard. There's also that health node that's right above my head that you can use. It looks like she is on, it should be filling up pretty soon here. There we go, the health node is now available. Looks like it's something that's on a cooldown, at least from that build. I believe that has been changed. I think now they are collected rather than being on a cooldown, but again, I could be wrong about that. I'd have to look back on some of the newer footage and see how that all did play out. Looks like we have a chest right there as well. I would like nothing more for them to open up that chest, but no, instead, they died. A death screen, something we haven't seen yet. But they're back in the battle, resurrecting, coming on in, taking down a bunch of those demons, and hopefully they will check out what's in that chest, because I am extremely curious as to what lies inside of that chest. Here we go. Looks like there's an amulet, there's some leggings, we have some gold as well, and that's pretty sweet. Now you can auto equip stuff right away, or you can jump into the back screen and organize what you're going to be equipping, what you're going to be dropping, what you're going to be selling, and all of that kind of stuff. I don't think we're going to see it in today's footage. Here we go with another one. I love the graphic as it just flips on out and drops out of that chest. A pretty beastly looking animal right here that we have to take down. Actually, I wouldn't call it an animal. We would just call that a demon, of course. What is it? It looks like it's a half demon. Went down pretty easy. I was hoping for some loot being that golden color, but we have the gamer right here just exploring the map, trying to see what is there to be seen. And I like the stairwells, and I like, what is this? Oh, more demons popping out of there. Pretty cool stuff, and there is a lot of Diablo lore within this as well. How many demons, how many of the enemies are ones that are familiar to you that you've seen before in previous games that have been part of the story and the lore from the previous Diablo history? Let me know if there's anything that you're noticing that's very similar to things you've seen before, because again, this is not a reskin. We're looking at a brand new game, just built within different times of Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Looks like they're spawning out of these what are they, egg sacs of sorts, and these fiery egg sacs, and then we have to take them down in battle. Well, let me sit back a little bit, zoom in on the Wizard so you can watch a little bit more of the gameplay. And here we go, a pretty big enemy right here, the Decimator. That Decimator may take us down, and this is something we did not see in the other footage, a big boss such as this one. Now think about, in the game when we're playing, you'll be able to be taking down this boss with your teammates, going in on battles together, trying to take down big enemies such as the Decimator. This battle may get the best of the Wizard. The Wizard is kind of a little bit in too close of range, taking strikes and getting beaten down by the Decimator. Oh man, look at that, brutal looking. I love the graphics on this, guys. It's nice seeing some of these big bosses and spawning smaller enemies for us to take down as well. We do have a full health bar, so they have a little bit more health to beat on through this. And the Decimator, though, down to about half health. Will we be able to take it down? It looks like it has some type of a charging mechanic as well. Now sitting on top of a horse from hell, that is. The Decimator is by far the best enemy that we've seen so far in all the videos that we've shown. Of course, different gameplay footage between this one and the prior. The Wizard's actually able to hold her own right now. The Decimator's down to 4,000 health. That's about a quarter of what we started out with. And using those skills plus the general attack as well, trying to make sure that we can get this battle done. Now we want to see some splash being used right here. The Wizard's taking some huge damage over there in the flames, getting out of the way of the charge. Let's get in this thing right here and take it down. Looks like we took down some of the smaller enemies, but the Decimator still stands with 2,000 health left, 1/8 of what we started with. Don't be right underneath there. We need to skedaddle on out. And it does go down, dropping massive loot. Looks like we have a belt. Looks like we have some weapons and a hood as well. Plus all of that gold. The battle was won. The victory is had. And that is Diablo Immortal's Wizard. Let me know what you guys think of the Wizard in Diablo Immortal, and let me know if you want to see more current footage of this same character. I have some plans to get some newer stuff for you guys that maybe hasn't been seen before. That is all in the works, but it's all about you guys and what you think. So make sure you comment below with your thoughts. But we're out of here for today. Make sure you check out the other videos that featured these new characters inside of the game, and you can see them right here. Before you go, guys, remember to be safe and be good.